Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a subway station. We have the entrance, the platform with a seating area and ticket machines, and of course, the train. Please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Make it to the very end of the video to see where we place the subway in our city. This is the amount of space required to make the subway station. We have a 30 block by 15 block area, which we also have to dig 9 rows into the ground. This is the preparation required before we start building the subway station itself. Here are all of the materials that we will need to make the build. Begin by placing a smooth stone block in the front left hand corner of the giant hole that we've prepared. Right of this, place a polished andesite, and then extend that block forwards by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Extend left by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then extend back towards the front of the hole. Place iron bars on top of the polished andesite. Then place sea lanterns underneath these 2 middle blocks at the end, like so. Next, we want to place stone brick stairs in between the front pair of polished andesite, and then we want to extend the stone brick stairs down and forwards until they line up with the sea lanterns that we've just placed. It'll look a little bit sloppy from the side, but once you have extended both of the rows down, we are then going to place polished andesite on the sides of the stairs, extending down from the 2 initial rows like this, and they just want to cover up the entire left side of the stairs and the entire right side of the stairs as well. Like this. So, from the surface, we should be able to walk down this set of stairs just like this. Perfect. Next, we want to come to the bottom left-hand side of these stairs and place 2 cyan terracotta extending down from the corner of the stairs. We then want to extend the cyan terracotta to the left by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the row above it as well. We then want to extend it a further row upwards, just like this. And then we want to place 3 rows of white concrete on top of this. 1, 2, 3, just like so. Next, we want to place a cyan terracotta extending down from the bottom left-hand corner of this row, and then extend left by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We then want to extend up by 3 rows. 1, 2, 3, and then place 3 white concrete on top. 1, 2, 3. We then want to extend inwards, and then inwards on the opposite side as well. The end result will look like this. Next, we want to place a grey concrete connecting the cyan terracotta to this long back wall. We then want to extend that grey concrete up by 2. 1, 2. We then want to place 2 white concrete on top. 1, 2, and then we can extend this entire row all the way across the length of this wall, connecting to the opposite side of our hole. Next, we want to place 2 white concrete extending inwards on top of this row of white. 1, 2. We then want to place alternating sea lantern and white concrete blocks until we reach the opposite side. Just like this. So eventually we will end up with this. Next, we want to simply place an entire row of white concrete on top of everything that we've just placed, and this will be the back wall for now. Next, on the opposite side of the subway station, we want to place a row of 6 cyan terracotta extending left of this corner grey concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We then want to extend up by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then place 3 white concrete on top. 1, 2, 3. Extend inwards 1. Leave a gap of 2. And then place 2 white concrete extending to the right. Place 2 white concrete extending down, 1, 2, and then cyan terracotta extending all the way down. You should note that this is identical to what we have on this opposite side. But what stops being identical is we then want to extend all of these rows of cyan terracotta all the way over to the left, as well as the rows of white concrete. Next, we simply want to extend the rows of white concrete and cyan terracotta all the way across this back wall and connect them to the opposite side of the entrance. Next, we want to place smooth stone underneath this end pair of stone brick stairs, extend the stone forwards, to the right, and then left by 2. 1, 2. We then want to extend the smooth stone down and left like this, and then down and left. So we end up with this shape. What we then want to do is extend the flat part of the smooth stone row all the way to the opposite side of the subway station. Then we want to extend the 2 diagonal blocks also across as well. We also actually have to add another row of smooth stone on top of the second smooth stone row, so that we have 2 rows of smooth stone in total like this, and then they drop down. Then we want to place yellow concrete powder on top of the first row of smooth stone connected to the long flat rows, and then in front of this a row of stone slab, just like so. Next, we want to take this entire dirt area that we have just in front of the platform, and we want to place cyan terracotta directly on top of the dirt. Whilst we're down here, we want to place 2 rows of anvils in the centre of the empty space that we have in between these 2 rows of cyan terracotta. So 2 rows of anvils that simply extend from one end of the tunnel to the other. That is insanely loud. Now it's got a weird ringing in their ear. Next, come all the way to the left side of the entrance and leave a gap of 1, 2, 3 in the ground, and then place a pillar quartz. The pillar quartz wants to be 4 rows high, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then right of this, a cauldron with an oak trapdoor on top. Leave a gap of 1 and then place a waxed, oxidized, cut copper stairs. I'm only saying that once. Leave a gap of 1, place another stair. Gap of 1, cauldron with an oak trapdoor on top. a row of 4 quartz pillar, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right of it, and then we want to repeat this. So cauldron, trapdoor, gap, stair, gap, cauldron, trapdoor on top. Right of this, quartz pillar, 1, 2, 3, 4, just like this. And there we have a bunch of seating, separation, and bins / support for the platform. Now, in between the pairs of seats on the left and right here, we want to place a corresponding dispenser with a smooth quartz stair on top and then a painting in front of the stair. Above these will also, in the wall, be a sea lantern, and then we want to leave a gap of 1, and left and right of this, a 1 by 1 painting, preferably not matching what we have in front of the quartz stairs like this. So I've actually placed that incorrectly, so that should be here. Happens to the best of us. There we go, that's perfect. And then the exact same thing on the right, so dispenser, smooth quartz stair on top, painting, and then sea lantern built into the wall, and then we just want to leave a gap of 1. Don't want to make the same mistake twice. Painting here, here, and there we go. Perhaps a sea lantern built into this wall just opposite this pillar, because it will be rather dark in here very soon. Next, we are going to make the train. We are going to position the train by placing 2 polished andesite on top of the pair of anvils that are in between the first 2 sea lanterns. I know that seems convoluted, but this is kind of important. So, we then want to extend each one of the polished andesite backwards by 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Then, we want to place a layer of andesite slabs all the way around the edge of the top of both of the rows. Then, we want to place a row of white concrete along the front of the train like this, just left to right. Then we are going to focus on this side of the train first of all, and place, extending backwards from this white concrete on top of the andesite, 2 red concrete. We then want to place a white concrete extending across, stone brick wall, white concrete, 2 red, white concrete, 2 red, white concrete, iron door. Then we want to place a light grey concrete, and then a white concrete, 2 red concrete, white concrete, 2 red concrete, white concrete. Then extending across the back, we want to place an iron door, light grey concrete, white concrete on the end, and then extending all the way to the front of the build again, we are pretty much copying this row, except we want to place red concrete, and white concrete, and red concrete, and white concrete, but when we come to the door sections, we want to place light grey concrete instead of a door. So it's literally the exact same thing, but instead of doors, light grey concrete. Now, eventually, we will end up with something that should look like this. What we then want to do is, coming back to the front of the train once again, we are going to place a row of black stained glass on top of the very front of the train. And then, so extending right of this glass along this long row of the train, we first of all want to place 2 black concrete, and then a smooth quartz, stone brick wall, smooth quartz, 2 black stained glass, smooth quartz, 2 black glass, smooth quartz. On the opposite side of the door, a light grey concrete, then a smooth quartz, 2 glass, smooth quartz, 2 glass, smooth quartz. Across the train, we then want to place a light grey concrete next to this door, and then a smooth quartz on top of the white concrete, and then we pretty much just want to copy what we've done already. So 2 glass, smooth quartz, 2 glass, smooth quartz, and then it's up to you whether you want a window here. We can actually place a double window if you like, or we can have a light grey concrete and a window, or simply just light grey concrete. Those are all just your choices. But opposite this, smooth quartz, 2 glass, smooth quartz, 2 glass, smooth quartz, stone brick wall, smooth quartz, 2 black concrete, just like this. Next, we have to divide the train up into sections. So first of all, starting from the front of the train, we want to place a row of 1, 2, 3, 4 smooth quartz stairs extending towards the back of the train, leave a gap, and then place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 smooth quartz stairs. Leave a gap of 2 and then place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 smooth quartz stairs like this. We want to have the exact same thing on the opposite side, so leave the exact same gaps just like so. We then want to connect the pairs of smooth quartz stairs together at the end to form at the front a square, but then the next two sections are going to be rectangles. And then we want to fill the tops of all of these in using smooth quartz. Then at the front, we are going to have a circular pattern of rails connected together. We want to have the same thing for the actual cars themselves. However, we want to have two of them, one at the front and one at the back of the car. Just like this. On the front of the train, we want to place glow item frames in front of the left and right side of the white concrete row with glass pane inside of the item frames. And then coming all the way towards the back of the train, we want to place glow item frames in the same position with the glass. However, we're also going to place mangrove buttons above these as well. Next, we are going to hop onto the train and we are going to start at the front. Place light grey concrete at the front of the train, and on this right block here, we are going to place a detector rail. Left of it, a polished blackstone button. In front of the left block, a lever, and in front of the right block, this is hard to place, but we will manage it. We want to place a polished blackstone brick stair. And then behind this, we are going to seal this up by placing light grey concrete like this. And you can either leave this open or you can add a bunch of doors. I'd honestly recommend leaving it open unless you're really looking to make this realistic. Along the back of the train, we are going to place dark prismarine stairs in front of every single red concrete block that we have. And then in between the pairs of stairs, a diorite wall with a sandstone wall on top. Like so. Next, we have to separate all of the cars. So at the front of the train, we want to place a wall of light grey concrete here, right next to the wall section and next to the stairs section. Moving on to the next car, we want to place light grey concrete here at the end of these stairs and on the opposite side of this window. So like this. So as we get on the train, we can have a little look out this window and we can choose whether to go into car A or car B. That leaves a slight gap between these stairs, which we are going to place iron bars from the floor to the ceiling next to. And there we go. That's pretty much it. We do also have to seal up the train, so we are going to use a mixture of string and grey carpet for this. So at the front of the build, where we have the walls and the area in between, we want to add string and grey carpet until we cover all of that up. And then here, where everything connects as well, we want to place string and grey carpet just on top of everything so that we don't have any gaps visible. So we'll have to place something on top of the door, and it's up to you how you want to get on and off the train, by the way. There is only one door. Well, there's technically two, but you're not going to want to get on that way. So there is only one door, and you can either have a button so you quickly have to like jump on it, or you can have a lever so that it's open and closed all the time. But you are going to find that sometimes it is difficult to jump onto the train, so you may want to just have like a little sneaky slab or something like that, just to make it a little bit easier for yourself. So it's up to you, and it's barely visible if you just place it just underneath like this, and then that allows you to just hop on, and there we go. That's actually the whole train complete. But as I did say, you can add separation in between all of the cars if you like by placing iron doors, but honestly I would just leave it open. I think it looks a lot cooler this way, but that's up to you. Next, we are going to place polished diorite all the way along the top of the outline of our walls. And then we are going to completely fill the area in between with the diorite. And that will form the roof of the subway station. However, on the surface, we still have to blend this into our city. So I'm just going to make this entire area grass. Did I say grass? I mean grass block. Next, we are going to work our way back into our subway station and we are going to work on some final details. So first of all, a bit of lighting. I would recommend adding lights above the seating areas that we have here on the right and here on the left. This is literally just a strip of free sea lanterns like this, and as you can see, it kind of like lights up the last remaining portion of the subway station nicely. I don't think that we need any more. And unless you are going to make giant tunnels that connect each subway station together, if you even have multiple versions, I would recommend simply placing black concrete covering up the shape of the ends of the tunnels. But if you do have multiple tunnels, I would highly recommend trying to connect them together if you can. I think that that just looks a lot better than the train just ramming straight into a dirt wall. I think that the appearance of like a dark tunnel is just a little bit more ominous and honestly just a lot cooler. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the tutorial complete. However, this video is not done. We still have to add our subway station into Mini City. So the only place that I can actually think to put this right now is right in the center of Mini City where the bus stop is. So we can have both of these builds coexisting side by side, but things have to move around a little bit. I also think it's funny to put a subway next to subway. And that's it. I do hope that you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. Please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you are looking for more city builds to make, if you are always looking to expand your city, check out the description below for the Mini City Builds playlist. We have so many different things in there for you to build. It will keep you busy for a long time. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.